Okay. Oh, there we go. Sorry, everyone. Having some tech issues. But finally, we are back on track and ready to go. So I'm sorry about that. But we're all good now. Thank you so much for your patience and waiting for the stream to begin. So I'm now just going to say hello to everyone. Gonna check out the chat. Hello, Seraphin. I hope you returned. Hello, Sharon. I'm good, and I hope you're good also. Hello, Lone Wolf. It's lovely to see you again. Lady Nevermore, it is always my pleasure to have you here. Elizabeth, it is so good to see you. Hey, Gamma. It's alright to be AFK. I appreciate the thumbs up. Hello, Psychosis. Infinite, good to see you. Either way. Hello, Andrew. Good to see you again. Hello, Hero, or Erica, whichever you'd prefer. I'm getting some weird sound things coming through. Let me know if things sound okay. Hello, Mags. Thank you so much for dropping by. I greatly appreciate it. Hello, Papa Scare. It's good to see you again, too. Hey, it's my favorite dragon. Hello, September. I'm doing good. I feel much better knowing that, having my tech issues fixed. That was a little worrisome, but it's all good now. Hello, Synergy. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, PA. It's lovely to see you as well. So I'm just going to, if people would be so kind and generous as to possibly tweet this out to see if more people will be more interested in geeking out with us about some history facts. I would greatly appreciate it. Just gonna do that now. So you might hear the clickety clickety of my keyboard, as what typically happens. So, how is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing good. And if I'm slow to answer, I apologize because I've had a lot of tech issues lately, so just fixing. Oh, hello, the geek inside. Sorry I missed. Sometimes I will miss people when they come up, so I apologize in advance if I ever miss your question or anything. So with history, most of my knowledge comes from, say, the ancient world rather than modern history. We're going to be covering all sorts of history facts today, bits and pieces, and I would love to hear what you would like to share with everyone, because I'm hoping that this will be some time where we can all share our little history facts and, you know, just hang out and enjoy each other's company. So you will be hearing random sippy sip. Like so. Oh, sorry, that was louder than I intended. I intended to gently place the cup, and it's sorry. Instead I made a dunk. Not very graceful, I'm afraid. Oh my god, no, Papa Scare, why did you mention VBs? Oh my goodness, I can never escape VB. Never escape VB. No matter how hard I try. I'm just going to do some quick ads, which I should have done earlier. Alrighty. I think we're good. So, what era would people like to know about the most? In terms of... Erica, I had to, the reason why I was a little bit late was I had to do some cat wrangling because they were all... they were all jumping around and chasing each other, so that's why things were a little bit noisy and a bit chaotic. Elizabeth, yes, gently place the cup, dunk. So, Oof. Hey, Synergy. It's good to see you. This stream. Okay. I thought I was having a bit of lag issues then. So I updated my computer recently, and I had to go through and try to reset all my settings, and it's been incredibly frustrating to do so because I don't like having to redo everything. So in yeah, that's it. Laugh it up, guys. Laugh it up. So in ancient Egypt, as you know, cats were worshipped as gods, but the same thing happens in ancient Rome. Like, they buried pets were very much loved and cherished by their owners. So that is a little thing to know. So what else? So is there any one area that people are mainly interested in? Because I think that would help sort of focus me in on where I'm going to what I'm going to talk about. Hey Dark Elf, welcome to the stream. I'm happy you're going to be nerding out with us. Alright, look. Oh, the 1920s. Andrew, I would like to know more about that, but my area of knowledge is mainly sort of ancient history and medieval type history, but I'm pretty sure there are a lot of things about the 1920s that are interesting. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I'm just like, my brain's like, nope, nope. Hello, Fresman. Welcome. Everyone, please say hello to my lovely mod and listen to him if he ever asks you anything. Erica, if you're talking about during the Roman period, I think they found a couple of Roman settlements in Ireland, but they didn't make it into a Roman province like they did with Britain, with England, I should say. So a lot of their folklore was very, very, very. It wasn't quite as influenced by Roman folklore and culture as well. Oh, anything. Oh, September. Okay, so the early emperors. So the early emperors were the Julio Claudians. So we have Augustus, we have Tiberius, we have Nero, we have Caligula, and Caligula is the emperor who made his horse Consul. So the way it's kind of seen later on, in my opinion, is to just like, it was. I think it was a very much a political thing to say "f you" to the Senate at the time. But later on, it was interpreted more that he was just absolutely insane. But I think he was more trolling. I think he was just a massive troll. He liked teasing people, and there's that. I don't know a lot about American history. My knowledge of it is pretty minimal. But if anyone has any information that they would like to share about history, I would absolutely love to hear more about it. Because, you know, come on, give us it all. Oh, hello, Weekly. I would also like to welcome my other mod. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Hello, genre boy. Welcome to the stream. I'm hoping you're excited as much as I am about geeking out. So, I feel very put on the spot right now, and so my brain's just gone, you know what? No, I'm not going to work right now. But, yeah. So, in terms of spooky facts, with the Romans, the Roman population generally, at certain periods, it varied, but about 2/3 of the population were enslaved. So, well, Weekly, it's fine. What are you editing? Anyway. Hey Jay, welcome to the stream. So any discipline reaction was done in public. So there was no concept of, you know, keeping it hidden. So slaves could be, it varies. So they could be extremely well treated, they could end up being freed, you know, they could end up being loved by the family, or they were absolutely treated like absolute garbage. So the variation is there as well. Romans did have a kind of Halloween. It was called Numeria or something. I can't pronounce it. I'm so sorry. Hey, mermaid. And basically they would chase the ghosts out of their house and ask their ancestors to protect them. Lone Wolf, I know bits and pieces of paranormal history. Is there anything in particular that you are interested in? Because I think that would... Wait, which story yesterday? Ooh, Lady Nevermore, Reincarnation Ancient Egypt. So right now I'm doing a lot of the coursework I'm doing on is women in the ancient world. So both the good and the bad. So I'll have you know that oh, it's called, it's spelled like this, I'm pretty sure. I want to double check. Yeah, it's basically like a cleansing in a way. I'm just sorry. Yep, so basically it was this. And yes, I'm getting this information off Wikipedia. There goes all my academic credibility, but here we go. So it's this. Oh, it's too long. Well, that's... Apologies, so there's this. I said it was like, I didn't say that it was. Sorry, I should have specified. I was trying to like connect it to you guys, but yeah. But you'll find that there is a lot of overlap. So we were doing things based in the weekly. I will smack you. Shh. Rude. It's all good. Yeah, I should have specified and said it was kind of their version, but rather than Halloween. But anyway, so there was that. There were also instances of people, yeah, like throughout history, like ghosts are a theme. That come up in various different cultures. So a lot of funerary rites was that if you don't actually do these, the ghost or the deceased, I should say, will come back and haunt the living. So that's a common theme throughout history. And hello, amateur. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you coming and listening in. So, what other historical facts? Mermaid. Why is it when I don't need to do this, I can pull them out and just go, yeah, this is the thing and this is the thing, but right now I'm put on the spot. So it's interesting because the gladiatorial game started out as a funerary rite that was very sort of sacred, and then it turned into this massive consumer-based event. So it was very much tied to politics. It was done to honor an ancestor. The bird won't stop chirping outside. Anyway, so goddamn. So these funerary rites were done to keep the deceased happy. But so say if someone was going to have gladiatorial games, it was usually done. The excuse was done to honor an ancestor or a Caesar or someone in their family, but you know, it was always to benefit, you know, the people who come afterwards. Hell yeah, Lady Nevermore. So Andrew says, before embalming, in order to prevent people from being buried alive, a bell would be placed above the grave with a rope leading to the coffin for the person to ring if they were still alive. See, that's a weird one, because how would they survive the embalming process? Oh yeah, so Erica adds it on to say that she knew that one, and that's how they had the graveyard shift, because they would sit there and watch and listen to hear any bells. It's so creepy. And Amateur says, the man who Count Dracula is based on is a spooky history story, mostly for what he did to people. Spooky isn't serving it justice. It was more horrible bad. Yes, Vlad the Impaler was quite a scary man. Quite a scary man. There was Elizabeth Bathory as well. She was quite... Ooh. she was quite a scary woman. You know what? Next time I should actually focus on an individual historical figure, because that way it'll be really easy to focus. And Lone Wolf, yes, I have. I have a series called Spookaria's Nightmares, which are either encounters or nightmares, and the idea is that you have to work out which is which. But sometime I will go into actually my paranormal experiences and things, but right now, no, I'm good. Weekly, I do not know. So, if you would like to share that legend, that would be pretty cool. Oh, Erica, that makes sense. Hello, Sarah sis. Welcome to the stream. It is good to have you here as always. Yes, I don't think I've had enough coffee this morning, so my brain's like... But we're going to be talking about all sorts of different spooky history facts and scary historical figures. And yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Lone Wolf says, I've heard that when... Sorry, everyone. I've heard that when the ancient Egyptians buried their dead, part of the embalming process was to remove the brain through their nose. And that's true. So, yeah, it's quite... Ooh. But it's interesting that they considered that... So this is... Oh my god, my brain today. I'm so sorry. So one of the things that in the lectures that they kept insisting whenever we do anything concerning graves or grave goods or the dead in general is that the dead don't bury themselves, it's always the living. So it's what they think, you know, it's what they represent. So what is this mark of respect is what the descendants think. So, you know, that's always a good thing to keep in mind. But ancient Egyptians, with their tombs, they would a lot of times they would plan and prepare. Basically, they would plan their own tombs. So, say things where wives were placed, where mothers were placed, it shows the value, and like with the hieroglyphics as well. So that's always something to keep in mind, and that there is a lot of symbolism as well in death and what they provide. Let's see. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense, Lady Nevermore. Hello, Sharon. Welcome back. It's alright, Sarah. I hope you're feeling better soon. It's not... It's, yeah, I hope you feel better soon. No, amateur, yeah, I know who Marquis de Sade is. Yeah. Hello, Somber. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you branch out and join us. Sarah's, I absolutely love history, so this has been quite a good stream. I wish I was a bit more prepared and I wrote my notes down and everything, but you know what? I decided to wing it. That's just how I roll. I wing everything. Hello, Hero. The Catman. Oh, thank you. I'm happy that my content helps you relax, and hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. We're sharing some nuggies, some love hearts. Let's see. So Lone Wolf said, they used to bury their dead in the sand. But when they put them in above ground tombs, the bodies began to rot, so they came up with the embalming processes as a result. That's interesting. Like, so what period did... You know what? I'm gonna research that now. Like, wait, I have to know. Let's see. Sarah says, Spookaria and historical facts equals awesomeness. Hell yeah, it does. Amateur, I think we all know who that dude is. We all know. Oh, Weekly, stop it. Stop it. You have said worse jokes in the past, okay? Far worse. Be nice to Weekly. Be nice to Weekly. Amateur, stop listening if you're not enjoying it. I'm interested to know some of these morticians' stories. Some of them sound really, really creepy. Hell yeah, Hero. Come in and out whenever you feel like it, really. These streams are meant to be fun and no stress. So, I got a little DM, so let's have a quick look. Okay, so Weekly says, sometimes all a phantom can manage is a partial haunting. 17th century hand model I cannot pronounce her name. Constanza Conti di... Is it pronounced with a C or the K? Anyway, renowned for the beauty of her delicate appendages, lost one to gangrene after wounding her finger while sewing. The amputation didn't save her. However, the ghost of her hand is said to hover in a window of Palazzo... I don't know how to say it. On the west side of Piazza Nirvana on nights when the moon is full. So there's Weekly's version. I'm so sorry. I can't pronounce things. I'm so bad. Brasman, what is with you and the Emu War? What is with you and that damn war? Actually, Weekly is worse than you are when it comes to the Emu War. Sorry, having a gentle sippy sip. Sorry. Oof. Hey Frights, good to see you. Good to see you. Ooh. Alright, so where were we? What? That's true, Lone Wolf. A lot of animals come up very frequently in folklore and through history. So a lot of racing horses, the chariot races were very common in ancient Rome. So a lot of them were essentially buried in tombs as well. Sarah's, yes, I did. A lot of morticians, like particularly from, oh yes, I don't want to say what your occupation is without you. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop right there. I'm doing good, Frats. I hope you're doing good too. Hello, hello. So this little stream is for us all to geek out about history and have a good time. I wish I was better prepared, but I didn't know what area of history we were mainly going to be talking about. But we talked about we talked about how the gladiator. Oh my God, what? Sorry, I can't talk today. We talked about how the gladiatorial combats were originally a sacred funerary rite, and it slowly became very consumer based, and a lot of people went into debt to have gladiators. And yeah, so that's not quite so good. Okay, Infinite. Ooh, anything about witches and stuff. Anything magical. Okay. So, a lot of the myths about witches, you know, with the green skin and the hair and being hunched over and the damaged and the nose and everything. Baba Yaga is one, but I also think that it could be because after women were interrogated, that's how they looked. So they, you know, if you have pale skin and you get being bruised, the skin is discolored. Okay. They paid him with a goat? What? I've had a lot of strange things mentioned in my chat, but that actually made me go, wait. Wait. Well, hello, Seraphin. It is great for you to join us yet again. You were one of the first people to post a little notification that you were coming, so... That is true, Amateur. Like, skin diseases were often left untreated. Same with boils and all these other things. Ugh. But, yes, so if a woman had a mole or anything, it was a sign of being a witch. And, they would poke her, like, during the Salem witch trials with a needle to see if she was a witch. But there were more witch burnings in the later periods than during the medieval. It's weird, this medieval grimdark thing of women being burned at the stake all the time it's not really true. Let's see. So Lone Wolf says, I heard in the 1950s women in England were tried for witchcraft if they had a frog or toad in their home. I mean, it's possible. I mean, I don't know. That's another one I have to research. I'm gonna go crazy, be like, I have to know these things. I have to. Thank you, Sarah Sis. I appreciate that. I'm always happy to talk about history and things associated with history. It's just my mind right now is a jumbled mess because I'm so focused on just bits and pieces of history rather than actually being coherent. But I'm always happy to learn more. I think it's interesting. So much of history has... God, I can't talk today. I'm so sorry, guys. The more I've researched history, the more I feel that my stories have gotten better because it's helped me when it comes to lore building. And so lore building and world building is so important. Mermaid, I'm pretty sure I said oh, did I say, sorry, I meant to say 1500s. Sorry, my bad. Hello, Silver Threads. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Infinite says, I was burned at the stake before. I enjoyed it. Oh, okay, that's... I mean, okay, okay. So Amateur says, if you ever want to see if someone is a witch, just throw them in a lake. See if they drown or not. It's a scientific way to find out. Yeah, funny thing is, that technique was done for a lot of things. There was also to see in some cultures if women were actually committing adultery as well. So it wasn't in Egypt, it was the Near East. And so I'm not sure which culture specifically, but if she managed to survive, she was fine, but if she drowned, she was obviously guilty anyway. In some cultures, it's the opposite way around, so it's just... oof. Yes, Lady Nevermore. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Alright, Amateur, we will see you back here soon. We will see you back here soon. Just dealing with a little bit of lag. I'm really sorry. Can people hear me properly still? Because the stream's still going for me. I just... double checking. Okay, good. Well, the last time I had to stream, things went a little crazy, but it's all good. It's all good. Alrighty, so let's see. So in the past, human skin was widely used. Mermaid, come on. September says, fun fact, vampires were highly respected in ancient Egyptian society. Many of them become rulers. Mermaid, please stop. Alright, so I'm going to talk about the resource that human skin was quite widely used for books. There are several instances of, I mean, we all know about, Ed Gein and his use of making the lampshades. Also in Nazi Germany as well, human hair was used to make blankets as well. A lot of the time, so yeah, it's very disturbing actually, and how willing groups were to use parts of people in order to make items. Like, these are people. Yep, Erica, it was human. It's supposed to be that it was really smooth and really soft too, so... So Andrew says the last person to be executed by guillotine was... oh my god, I don't know how to pronounce that name. But basically it's for kidnapping, torture, and the murder of Elizabeth Besket. Is that how I pronounce it? I don't know. I'm so sorry. Welcome back, Amateur. It is good to see you back here again. Yes, memento mori. But it's like, I have heard of people say keeping a lock of the deceased hair or something. That's actually not so bad. Like, I do that. Infinite. Oh my god. Infinite says, I made a rug out of my own skin. It was cheaper. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, during the Middle Ages, I'm pretty sure we've all seen, particularly in shows like, even though it's not medieval necessarily, it's medievalist. It has grimdark themes, so it very much focuses on the violence associated with the medieval period. But basically, if you were found guilty of a crime, bodies were left out and to be exposed, really to traumatize absolutely everyone who has to see that sort of thing. And Miss Creepy Tales, hello creepy sis, it is good to see you. It is good to see you. Oh, amateur, that is just... I don't know that story of Lone Wolf, so feel free to share it with us, the rest of the gathered group, so to speak. Sorry, I need a sippy sip. Well, okay, so what's his name? George R. Martin based his book off another book he had read that was, I think it was fictional, but it was written in the 1950s, so it had a lot of themes that aren't so great from the 1950s. So and so like it had the racism, the sexism, and all these other things that just basically get ignored. Well, not ignored, but like heightened. So a lot of things weren't really there. But the Red Wedding was supposed to be based on a... I'm pretty sure it's from Scottish history. Like Scottish history has been pretty rough. But I can't remember who Joffrey is based on. But I'm pretty sure he said Nero. Or it's either Nero or Caligula. I'm pretty sure. Oh wow, so the Hope Diamond is a cursed diamond that's currently at the Smithsonian. That's pretty scary. And he means, and Lone Wolf means, and I mean death, loss of family or friends, home burns down, they go bankrupt, someone gets sick or disabled, and the like. That's pretty scary. That's... I know that there is a jewel that's owned by the British royal family that only women are allowed to wear, because any man who wears it or possesses it will be cursed. Or something. Yep, incredibly bad. Hell yeah, Somba, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Alright, let's have a look. So I'm also going to add in about the mummies from ancient Egypt. So they were used often as medicine. So people would basically turn the bones and the remains into powder, and they would cursed or something. Yes. Look, I'm put on the spot here, okay? So basically, and then they would add it to food, or they would drink it like in a tonic or something, and that's how they would gain the power that they believed that these remains had. They also had mummy unwrapping parties where they were just, you'd buy a mummy and they were quite cheap. Apparently, they also used them as fuel for the trains that they would use. So, I mean, just besides the fact that you're using human body parts like this, it's so distasteful, it's so rude. But yeah, they would have a party where they'd all gather around, they'd have some drinks, and then they'd unwrap this mummy, they'd look, they'd probably use it on the fire afterwards. So much historical knowledge, I mean, how much of it just got destroyed. So it's pretty disappointing. Oh, okay, so Lone Wolf says, I think the hope started out as a headpiece in a Hindu statue at a temple. A man from Europe stole it from the temple and the monks placed a curse on it as a result. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Erica, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoy re-listening to it and re-watching. So I am just going to have a quick sippy sip. Oop, sorry. Okay, so what other areas shall we discuss? Oh, okay. So during the Victorian period, no, lady, please stay. Mermaid, you are more, please stop making Lady Nevermore feel uncomfortable, guys. We want to have a nice chill stream. So let's have a quick look. So in the Victorian era, they would take photographs of deceased people sitting amongst living people. So one of the ways you could tell was the deceased person would be sitting so still in comparison to the other people, and it was just seen as being normal. There are a lot of funerary rites that have changed over the years, so what we consider to be normal now may not be in the next 20 years or so, or 100 years. So I'm quite interested to hear about what would be considered strange. Yep. It's yeah, it does. But I think people in a lot of ways were a bit more normal, like death wasn't quite so strange. So there is a channel by a mortician who Caitlin Doherty, I think her name is. She basically talks about alternative means of funeral, and accessibility type of stuff, and she's basically did a little like roleplay thing about what it would be like back in the day to prepare the body. So usually it was a woman of the family. She would wash the body, she would dress the body, which is so different now because usually that type of thing is completely left to funeral homes to manage, but it isn't the case. No, so much. Okay, let's see. Philip used to complain of hearing a train screaming through the night when he lived in Port Reese Station, New York. Although no trains had passed through it. Sorry, everyone. Although no trains had passed through the town in years. Ooh. That is pretty spooky. That is really, really spooky. Okay, ooh, Elizabeth says, there was a painting I saw called The Roses of, oh my god, Heliogabalus, where a Roman emperor's guests were smothered with petals. If there's ever a way to die, I want to go like that. I mean, of all the ways to go, that does sound pretty... that does sound pretty good. Amateur. Living to the age of 3 back... days back was a miracle. Well, I mean... I don't think you mean 3. I think you mean 30. But, people live surprisingly long lengths. particularly in the ancient world. So it's sort of, it depends on like if you survive the childhood diseases. So if you survived, you know, chicken pox or those sorts of things, you probably had a good chance of living to adulthood. Another period where people would likely die was, say, during childbirth as well. Lone Wolf, I would love to do another of these history streams. I think next time I'm going to be much better prepared, and I'm going to, you know, essentially write some notes rather than putting myself on the spot, rather than just, you know, relying on memory, because it's always before I start a stream, my brain goes bloop, and sort of I have to wait for a little bit before it wakes up again. Silver threads. Silver threads. There's I think I'm getting used to hearing your voice while streaming together. I started singing and then got scared people heard me for a split second. Oh no. Ah, you and singing. I'm not gonna sing, Silver. Amateur, you mean 3? No, I mean, once you survived, you know, yeah, the early birth, early childhood years. Yeah. God damn. Oh, a haunted painting. Okay, I'm gonna need to research that after this, because yeah, like I'm really going to Amateur, you're so distracting. Every time I look, you're saying something. I'm just gonna add, please don't mention, you know, going to other people's lives and things like during mine. It's a little distasteful. It's yeah. So please don't do that. Lone Wolf says, I've heard that you have to ask the general politely if you want to take his picture. If you don't, the picture will never come out right. Ooh. That's a good one. There's also a doll somewhere you need to ask permission to take his picture. Otherwise, he gets extremely angry with you. I think it's Robert the doll. I think that's his name. I'm not too sure. Alright, so just I think there was a bit of lag for just a split second. I'm so sorry, guys. These things happen. Let's see. Yes, Robert the doll was the one I'm talking about. That's it. Thank you, Lone Wolf. So there are some other ones. I know there's Annabelle, and she is at the Warrens Museum, where they have a whole heap of other haunted items and things. And I would love to go. I wanted to see like how it all is, and you know, I love this sort of stuff. But I really like how in the movies, instead of having the Raggedy Ann doll, they've got like this other completely different one. I think it's because the Raggedy Ann doll is so like harmless looking and just not scary at all. And so that's the reason they decided to go with it. I'm pretty sure anyway. So just checking some. Alright, let's have a look. Alright, so let's see. I'll break out my Evernote because I'm bound to have notes on here. Hell yeah, Lone Wolf. I appreciate you coming. It means a lot that you decided to take some time out of your day, so to come join in and have fun. But hopefully I'll see you back. I don't know how long this stream's gonna go for. Amateur. Yeah, I mean, the movie wasn't all that scary, but That is true, Fresman. You have not tested the properties of your first mask yet. But it is very scary looking. That mask is bound to do something someday. It's bound to. And I'm really scared for you. Alright, let's have a look at my notes. I wrote notes for another story. Oh, just a quick update. I figured I'll let you guys know some things. My channel birthday is coming up very soon, and I'm going to be hosting a giveaway. So I'll be posting a video, and you can enter. You can only enter once, but you'll have to I think retweet something on Twitter and comment on the video. And oh, it's not my birthday, it's my channel's birthday, but I appreciate it, amateur. Yeah, so basically it's to say thank you for all the love and support you guys have given me and how much it means to me. So there will be a giveaway. You might win a mug. I don't know if I'm gonna let people choose a mug from an existing catalog of all my merch. It's Somber. Welcome back, Somber, and I'm happy your friends have decided to join us as well. No, you can only enter once, unfortunately, just the once. And I've got a poll up on Twitter at the moment, so I'm interested to see if anyone's I'm just gonna post it and link in the chat because basically it's a poll to see whether you want lore and background for Survival in the Waste and the Harper Codex. So those are two of my big main projects. I love them. I'm determined. I'm trying not to hiccup. I'm sorry. So here it is. So if you would like to enter, please do so. Ooh, that's a good point, Silver Thread. So Silver Thread says, I find haunted items and places fascinating, not because of the paranormal, but because of the psychology that led to people considering these items / places paranormal. That's true. That's true. Let's see. Hell yeah, your ex. You never know, you might win. Welcome back, Lady Nevermore. It's good to have you back with us. I'm not sure if you caught the tail end of that, but my channel's birthday is coming up soon, and I'm hosting a giveaway. So, yeah. I'm really looking forward to that. So, it's based worldwide, and I'm pretty sure I'll just have it where people have to say a certain line in a comment to one of my videos, but it will be going up sometime, hopefully before April. So that will be really good. Oh, thank you, Andrew. I love all you guys for putting up with my random streams and my inconsistent content. But it really does brighten my day to see you all. It's good to see you. I'm gonna get happy teary soon. But what was I doing? Oh yes. So are we still good for more disturbing facts? Because why not? Why not? So back in. Ooh, hello, Mark. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, we're talking about bits and pieces of spooky historical facts, and feel free if you know one to share it with everyone, because we're all nerding out here. We are all having a good time. Or at least I hope everyone's having a good time. Ooh, Somber. So Somber would like to collaborate on a live stream for his next visit to the haunted castle. Yes. Yes, you had me at we. We should. But yeah, so hit me up in the DMs and we can talk about it a bit more later. So, what What in particular? What? Sorry, my goodness, my mouth is so dry today. That is a good point, Lady Nevermore. People fear death, now more. It's not as normal as it once was, and so they were much more open about it, just like the Picts. That's very true. I have noticed that like death is something that's not really spoken about. So, back in the day, this is with my parents. So, little family story here for you. So when my dad's brother died, they had the body in the house because they had to do the rites there, and you know, it so yeah, I'm like, oh no. Like for me, hearing that was shocking, the fact that they had the body in the house, but like for them it was normal. It was just, I mean, it's cold, it's a very different climate, you know, I'm in Australia, so it, you know, but oh yeah, so there's that. Sorry, that got a little weird. Anyway. Oh, Silver Threads says that he's miserable and just a masochist. I'm not surprised, Silver Threads. I am not surprised by this absolutely at all. Yeah, see, that I like that. I like that. Amateur. Amateur says, I don't fear death. Death can take me whenever. Just let me finish my series and I'll be fine. You know what? I'm kind of the same way. Like when I feel down, I think about all my unpublished works that I really want to put out into the world. And that's part of what keeps me going. And having, you know, my supportive friends and things, and not knowing I won't be able to talk to them unless I'm haunting them and like trying to get their Wi-Fi password. But yeah. Hello, what could happen? Welcome to the stream and thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, and also thank you very much for your compliment about my voice. That means a lot, by the way. I greatly appreciate it. Let's have a quick look. I don't know whether everyone's just quiet or whether there's a bit of lag going on. I never know. I've got no idea what's happening. I never know. Alright, let's have a look. Oh my god. Okay, so a lot of the random topics that come up with my string. So we've already had one before about serial killers, about writing workshops. Sometimes I do interviews as well. The streams can be all very, very chaotic and random, but they are a lot of fun, at least I hope. And I also do nighttime streams sometimes as well. Yeah, Amateur, do you mean happy cry or sad cry? Because those are two very different things. If you make me sing as Heather in that series, oh. No, I don't sing. I don't sing. Okay, you're X. Alright, alright. Yes, Lady Nevermore. I didn't know Robert the Doll was in the Warren Museum. I thought he was somewhere else. Oh no, sad cry. Let's see. Oh my god, sorry everyone. If you can hear my stomach grumbling, I'm so sorry. Oh no. Sorry, just needed a quick sip, as it were. Look at everything. Alright, here we go. So is there any area that people would like to know more about or share with everyone? Because I think, I know this is a little bit morbid, but I think showing people, having what people think. So sorry, my brain today. I'm so sorry. Like finding out, yeah. Yes, Andrew, I think I definitely need some more nuggies to keep things going. So Mark says, when fighting the Native Americans, the Americans would use capettes with small would use blankets with smallpox. Yes. There were other times when biological warfare was used. They said that during one of the sieges, I think it was the Mongols, but I know others did it too. Like I know the Romans and the Parthians both did it as well, where they would put rotting bodies and they'd catapult them over the top. So basically, an early form of like psychological warfare and biological warfare as well. Silver threads, you know what? I'll try it out. Ooh, okay, so in ancient Greece, after humans stole, this is tied to mythology. So after Prometheus stole fire, Zeus decided to give him a gift, and the gift he gave him to torment him and all humankind for all eternity was women. So yeah, so there's that. Bit of ancient Greek sexism right there. No, amateur, I am not doing karaoke. Nope. But again, there's different versions of the story. In some of them, a lot of the goddesses, such as I think Athena and Aphrodite, are involved as well. What else? Let's see. So in ancient Sparta, all the gods were depicted as being militant, and surprisingly so was Aphrodite. She had a different form in Sparta. Just women. Rather have riches. Oh, my goodness. But yes. That's interesting point, Samba, because to them, I think it was more a mixture of just general folklore. That's how they explained the world for them. But I think as time went on, things changed and translations changed. So say when I'm researching anything, because I don't speak ancient Greek or ancient Latin, so to speak, or while I can understand bits and pieces of it, I have to rely on someone else's translation of it in order to understand it. So it's like, I don't know. Welcome back, Elizabeth. What kind of tea did you get? Yep, I'm also drinking tea. I should have had a coffee to like hype me up and to be like, yeah. But I didn't really feel like being hyped up. So where I am right now, I'm in my area in Australia. There's a lot of heavy rain right now, and in some areas it's flooded. So I've been a bit worried that my internet will just randomly cut out. But yeah, it's quite cold right now, and all I want to do is like curl up with a blanket with my cats and have a nap. So I've been sleeping a decent amount. Ooh, you got sleepy time with honey. I haven't had honey for a while. There's Seraphim. He's found you your ex. Dun dun dun. Okay, Mark says, Denmark and Sweden were at war once. They closed all the roads to Copenhagen, so that they had to eat their pets and the rats. Ooh. Oof. Oh, that's. I think that happens quite a lot during wartime. You know, the food, the supply lines get cut off, and then you have to eat your pets, and then you have to eat whatever else is available to you later on. That's always how it goes, unfortunately. Yes, a giveaway, Lady Nevermore, and I hope to have more of them soon. I'm gonna have one for my channel's birthday in April, and then I'm gonna have another one later on in July, so when it's around my birthday as well. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Amateur, that is some weird weather. Silver Threads, the music is by Tanner Stokes, and he is absolutely amazing. So I'm just gonna grab his linky-loo for you. I should have put it in the bottom of the chat, but I'm just going to just grab it right now. Okay. Alright, so here it is, here it is, Silver Threads. I just posted the link to it, to Tanner Stokes' channel. Somber, it's another thing that I've been taught in my lectures has been when people are writing, unless someone's doing like a time capsule or something really, they really actively want to tell people in the future what their lives is like. Any information you find, the person is just dealing with whatever they're doing. So say archaeologists find a shopping list. It's not to tell people in the future, say something like, oh yeah, this is what they liked. It's a general loose idea of like, okay, Bob, random name, Bob, Bob ordered chicken, rice, and some clothes. I don't know. So what they will do is they'll go up and they'll sort of work out, you know, okay, say chicken, is this a food source that is for the wealthy or for the poor? Is this common and is this easy attainable? Is this a good quality item? That sort of thing. So that's really interesting. But I do wonder whether people in the future will say, maybe pick up a DC comic book or a Marvel comic book or something and just be like, oh, these must have been their gods. So that would be interesting. Hello, the April Tapes. It is good to see you. I'm happy you made it as well. Thank you, Lady Nevermore. I love you too. You brighten my day. Let's see. So Seraphin says, I always wondered if popular media would be seen as media. Sorry. Ah! Seraphin says, I've always wondered if popular media would be seen as mythology in the future. Instead of talking of Zeus and Hercules, we talk about Iron Man and the Avengers. See? I agree. Bob the Builder. Well, we don't know how Bob the Builder will be seen, but yeah. Hello, Synergy. Were you having some lag issues? Oh, Lady Nevermore, you must have a very busy time during Halloween. So Lady Nevermore says, with my hearse, I encourage kids, families to check it out. They actually love it. At Halloween, my house is very busy. I think that's what you mean. Amateur. People are gonna read Harry Potter in the future and be like, yo, there was wizards and magic and shit back in the day. Well, I mean, that's possible. Oh, it's the best. Oh, sorry, my bad. Thomas the Tank Engine in 1,000 years. That would be... I don't know. I'm hoping people will still be around at that time, but... I don't know. Nor the way we're going, honestly, but... Humankind's been through some pretty rough events, so... And somehow managed to pull through, so... I mean, I'll be fine. I'm a demon, but you know. I just need a sippy sip. Sorry, I didn't realize how loud that gulp was. My mic's picking up a lot more lately. I'm really sorry. Oh my god, that would actually be pretty cool. The Harper Codex will be taken as fact. That is true. Jacqueline exists. They all exist. Everything exists in that series. But I think the one that's most likely to be seen as real would be either the Death series, which is sort of unofficial, and maybe Survival in the Wastes. Which I'm also... Hang on, I'm just going to link everyone to the poll I put up. So I'm just going to do that now. My stomach keeps grumbling. I am so sorry. I'm really hungry right now, so I mentioned nuggies. So I've got, if you have Twitter, you don't have to get Twitter if you don't have it, but please, if you could all check this poll out and vote. And basically, I'm working on the idea of, say, making videos about the different factions in the world. So say with the Harper Codex, there's going to be organizations that come up, and maybe like a lore thing on the succubi or vampires in this series. But I'm only going to do it when there's more information available, so that way I don't want to potentially ruin any spoilers with the series. You know, I want it to still be like, ooh, what's happening? That's true, Somber. We did see alchemy as magic, so it is quite interesting. Andrew, I use the Blue Yeti Pro, and I have since, I think, late... I don't know, actually. Wait, maybe... I don't know if I had it for my old Christmas collabs. I know I'm pretty sure I got it early last year, but don't quote me on it. Because the ones used to record stomach grumbles. I'm so sorry. I should have eaten, but my stomach's there going, I'm like, please stop. Ah, my goodness, this is so embarrassing. I'm so sorry. Well, hello, fearsome hero. It is good to see you, and I'm happy you could have made it, and you decided to join in with the spooky historical facts, although we've gone a little bit off topic. My streams go all over the place. We talked about some history stuff. We're talking about now how modern pop culture will be seen in the future. So whether it will be then, whether they will see it as historical fact or whether they will see it as possible mythology. Ooh, the April tape says, I don't think robots will care about our petty beliefs once they wipe us out. Our robot overlords. Oh, thank you. I'm happy to hear that, because for me, all I can hear is grrr, grrr, grrr every now and then. I'm like, stomach, please be patient. They'll go to sleep soon. We can eat them then. I'm kidding. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Amateur, maybe that robot will end up calling you Bender. Have you ever thought about that? If they're our robot overlords. Didn't consider this, did you? Oh my god, stomach, please stop. T-Rex, don't eat us, spider lady. Look, sometimes I get hungry, and sometimes things happen. Okay? Oh yes, everyone, Fearsome Hero has made a large number of narrators some lovely, name art, and she made mine as well, and I'm trying to find it so I can post it. That's it, I'm mentioning it on stream. Fearsome. Oh, let's see. I had to play scrolly scrolly. You get to hear this lovely sound of me scrolling vigorously. Sorry. Let's see. Where is it? Please don't tell me I scrolled past it. But it was lovely and it was such a sweet surprise. Here we go. So this is what Fiesta made for me. Oh. So some of some art. There we go. I thought I'd share it with everyone because, you know. Ah, Mark. Mark. No. Alright. So, also, if you feel so kind, please drop a like on the stream. It really helps to promote the channel and helps me reach a wider audience of people. Eternal love and gratitude. Alright, let's see. Someone just keeps growling. Shouldn't have mentioned food. Who mentioned nuggies, by the way? Because whoever it is, you're the reason why I'm hungry now. I knew I should have had nuggies. Yes. Look at what's going on. Alright. So. Alright. Are we going to... Alright, yeah, amateur. You tell that like button who's boss. Yeah. Yeah. That was perhaps the most aggressive I've ever seen you. So it's a little like, oh, okay. Okay. So, what about... Well... So what parts of history do people like the most? You know, do you like hearing about different, you know, how women were treated? Do you like hearing about strange historical events? Do you like hearing about battles? What sort of things do you guys really like? I want to know. I want to know everything. Just having a... just tried having a gentle sippy sip and then dunk. Ooh, historical events. Oh, amateur. I like hearing how terrible everything was. Unfortunately, your ex, I don't know a lot about American history. I'm so sorry, but, you know, people feel free to share information, you know. So, amateur likes more medieval stuff. Ooh, so the April tape says, I'm honestly interested in how women were treated. I would like extra perspective. Okay, so in out of the different groups I've studied so far, right now it's ancient Greece, little bit of ancient Celtic Germanic tribes, Near East societies, and Greco-Roman. Out of all of them, from what I've seen, ancient Egyptian women had the most rights in terms of inheritance, in terms of society, social norms. So marriage for them was more about cohabitation. So they just basically decide to live with someone. Religion really wasn't all that involved in it. She would always, like, whether she got divorced or whether her husband died, she would always inherit a third of his wealth, regardless. Divorce was still fairly common, so was incestuous relationships. At least in the Old Kingdom, that's where I'm currently studying, so it's still pretty fresh. But yeah, so I'm learning about some guy who basically went through, I think, 16 wives. Some of them were related to him and others weren't. And basically, he finally managed to have a daughter. But both of his parents and his grandparents were either brother or sister or even father and daughter. So it's like, ugh. Yes, that's true, Fearsome. So, Fearsome says, I like hearing common events that nowadays seem awful. Yeah, it's yeah, amateur. Like, yeah, the more you know about American history, the worse it is. Yeah, I'd say the same with Australian history. Yeah, it's a lot worse than what people think, and it's just finding out the full extent of it is just, oh, yeah, it's pretty horrible. Lone Wolf, we we talked about some general channel stuff. We also, I talked a little bit about ancient Egyptian women in terms of rights. Ancient Greek women, Spartan women had a bit more than, say, you know, Athenian women who were basically expected to stay at home, really. They didn't, like, Athenian women weren't technically considered Athenian either. So, like, to be an Athenian, you had to be a male citizen. Like, it was very much based on gender as well. Yeah, so there's that on top. So, let's see. Yes, I'm Australian Able Tape, so I know bits and pieces about American history, but really not a lot of detail that I can really be like, yes, this is what happened, and this happened, and this. Yep. Andrew, Cleopatra was married to her half-brother. And earlier, before Cleopatra took the throne of Egypt, her sister rebelled against her father, and he managed to defeat it with the Romans, and she was beheaded. And then Cleopatra married two of her half-brothers, I think. I'm not too sure. And she was from Ptolemy, who was one of Alexander the Great's generals, and they really embraced inbreeding. God damn it, Fresman. You are obsessed with the Emu War. You're worse than Weekly right now. You all you want to know all about the Emu War. Ah, god damn. Ah, April tapes, god damn. The Emu War is not still ongoing. God damn. Ah, my goodness. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's true. And she also had there was also a civil war with her sister and her half brother as well. So that family wreath had some conflict in it. So. Hello, Tetra. It's good to see you. I'm hoping you have a good day. I have not forgotten about your story. I'm just waiting on some audio. So, yeah. Amateur. Kind of like how I force all my Minecraft villagers to have babies, even though they come from the same villager. Fun stuff. I do it for the emeralds. Oh, okay. Weekly was here earlier. He's been surprisingly mellow. I think he's editing at the moment, so he might just suddenly appear again, or he's wandered off to do important Texan business or something. You know how it goes. Fresman, could you be so kind as to please drop my links for um my Discord and everything as well? I'd really appreciate that. Hello, Alternative Night. It's good for you to join us. It's good for you to join us. April takes good. Sometimes you have to give him a firm reminder. Oh, amateur, go to bed. Go to bed, and thank you so much for coming in and joining us. Who knows, maybe there'll be another stream like this very soon. And hopefully one where I'm a bit more organized and can drop some more terrible, terrible truth bombs. Thank you, Fresman. I appreciate it. That's true. I did not know you were also a Texan, Elizabeth. I did not know this. Yes. See, there's my Discord link. I hang out in Discord, so you know, I've got a server where people can chat and have a good time. There's also a channel called History Chat, or no, History Talk. And in History Talk, we talk about history. I share history memes that annoy people. It's fantastic. And try not to hiccup in everyone's ear. The stream has not gone completely to plan. It's chaos. Absolute chaos. The alternative night, what is your favorite period of history? Because we were talked a little... Do you know any interesting historic torture techniques? Oh, this is getting interesting, April Tapes. So there was one called 7 Steps to Heaven, and I don't know if this is a legit one. I need to do a... Did you just share my YouTube link, Fresman? Yes, also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified of my live streams and premieres and random little videos. Yes, the brass bull was one. So with the brass bull, you would be placed inside and then they'd slowly heat it up, and while you scream in absolute agony, the bull would make a sound like a moaning bull. But back to the one I was talking about, that's called the 7 stages or 7 steps to heaven. So you'll put in a box with different sections, and then starving rats would be placed at your feet, and then as they would eat through, they would essentially devour you from the legs up, and you die terribly, basically. So, but those other ones where they would put a rat in a bucket and put it on your chest, and they would hold the fire like a torch, like a flaming torch behind it, and so the rats are scared and they want to escape the heat, so they will chew into your skin and you can't stop them. So there's that. That's pretty interesting. There were also a device known as the pear, which was inserted different places, which I'm not going to say because I would like to be monetized sometime in the future. And they would open up. Yeah, so they'd put it in your mouth or your anywhere there's like somewhere you can put it in. So they would do that. That was usually for adulterers, for homosexuality. That's what would happen. There was also a helmet, and it had various different names where basically it was to shame women who nagged or who were adulterers or who had committed a crime, and like her husband would parade her around the town. Basically, like, yeah. So, oh, that's terrible. No, I've heard different things about the Iron Maiden. So I've heard that the Iron Maiden was a myth and was made up in later... It was made up by people later on. So that's something I'm gonna have to, yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to research to see whether, like, it was legit. But I think it was fake. It was made up. It wasn't actually a thing. April Tapes. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't like the pear. Unless you're a very naughty boy. That's all I'm gonna say. If that's what you're into, that's what you're into. I'm not. So Andrew says, the mad chair was used in Philly's Eastern State Penitentiary. Prisoners were strapped to this chair, unable to move their arms, legs, and left for long periods of time. Prisoners would go insane after this torture, hence the name. Oh, that would be terrible. Just not being able to move. Just, Fearsome, it's okay. There's always going to be plenty more streams. You can always listen back. But thank you very much for coming and joining in. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. A lot of fun. I really enjoy these streams. Having everyone come and have a good time. Ooh, okay, so Mr. Nightmare did a video on his channel with about 20 medieval torture techniques. You know what? That is actually a really good idea for a video. I think I might actually do that as well. Because it combines history and spooky stuff, and you know what? I am there. I'm 100% there for that. Sorry, I just need a sippy sip. Hell yeah, Fearsome. Also, feel free to leave a comment as well. If I always enjoy reading comments the next day or whenever. Let's see. Ah, April tape. So he says, I think there's one where people were forced to listen to the April tapes. They would scream in horror and people go mad within an hour. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. I think you are seriously underrated and you have an amazing channel and channel concept as well. And I still need to get you in Jacqueline's information. I keep meaning to do that. But I'll finish it off very soon and send it to you. I need to rewatch Jacqueline's episode that I made about her and be like, oh yeah, that's happened. It should be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to watching your episode when it comes out as well. Well, my throat's a bit dry right now. I'm all raspy. Okay, so Lone Wolf says, I asked you this before and I don't know if you answered it, but are you planning on doing an ASMR channel soon? I really want to see what that's like. Yes, I'm still in the process of making my ASMR channel. I still need to, I've got a theme going. I've got art mentally made, not made, but like, you know, you got a concept going. So I've got that there, but I'm still trying to work on a name. So that's where I'm kind of stuck, but I'm really looking forward to getting involved in it and just having a great time with it. So yes, it's on the way, and I hopefully in the next couple of months I will get it done and release my first video, and it's going to be very exciting. Oh, okay, April tapes. I hope your job is going well lately as well. Sometime we need to catch up because it's been quite a while since we've spoken with each other. But yeah, so I was also, I think Chatter recommended this idea to me, so, basically I was going to do, say, pretend to be Jacqueline Harper when, say, someone's just been attacked by something, some demonic entity or something, and she's the first one that finds them, like, a role play. So she's like, hey, are you okay? You know, what's going on? Let me help you. I don't know if that's something that people would actually like to listen to and would be into, or whether people would just be like, nah. But I'm interested in hearing what you think, chat, about whether that's a good idea or not. Elizabeth the Doll says, Lady Spook ASMRia. I mean, I've already been called Lady Spookarella the other day. So it's funny how my name has this taken on all these all these little personalities. But yeah, I like that one. I like it. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking something. I think I got a message. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Oop. Scratch. Let's see. Lone Wolf says, I've heard some videos where ASMR artists read scary stories from Reddit. You could start with that maybe. That's true. I could do that. If I was going to do ASMR scary stories, I'd probably just start with my own sort of stories. But yeah, that's an option. I was thinking about getting more into, say, ASMR roleplay type videos and seeing how those go. Because I don't want to always write, say, spooky stories. I want to write ones that are, because I wanted to work on my historical fiction type stuff as well and my medieval fantasy. So while there are elements of horror and terrible things, it's not just horror, you know? Something a bit different. Alternative night, not sure. You mean nature sounds from my local area? Because you might hear things like grass parrots and gulls and occasional cockatoo and kookaburra, but yeah, it's you might hear a bogan screaming. So there's quite a range of sounds around me right now. Or maybe some cats meowing and yeah. Ooh, so the April Tapes is into the idea of a spontaneous Harper Codex. He says it'll be awesome, be interesting to see her out of her element and caught off guard. That is true because um, whenever whenever she's gone in to interview someone, it's like we're kind of there as it's happening, but also she's recalling this information. Also, one time I would love to actually actually write out a book of the Harper Codex and have her notes and to show her notes. I think that'd be really cool. But that idea is all coming in the future, sort of a thing. Now let's see. Ooh, I like that, September. Lady ASMR. Hmm. You know what? That might work. It would still keep in touch with my brand. Elizabeth. ASMR point of view. Your spooky goth girlfriend feeds you nuggies and reads you a story. Hmm. You know what? I actually really like that idea. Nuggies are all cut you. But yeah, that one's a good one. I really like that idea. The Alternative Night says, well, bogan screaming as ASMR might be a bit unsettling. Yeah, I'm pretty sure no one wants to listen to bogan screaming. Not even the bogan screaming like listening to their own bogan screaming. Hello, Arakvi. Welcome to the chat, and it's good to see you yet again. See you, good to see you. Yes, nuggies are indeed the food of the gods. Dun dun dun. Also, on Twitter, I'm nudging Macca's to give me those nuggies. Still has not worked, but I am determined. Damn it, I am so determined. Lone Wolf bogans are trashy people, basically. That's the polite version. I don't really want to say the nasty version too much, but yeah, that's basically about it. They're not great, but yeah. Have a look. Sorry, I just need a quick sippy sip. Go. Let's. Okay. Don't know if chat's quiet, whether it's lag. I can never tell. But we're gonna have a good time. Even if I'm here talking to myself. At least my cat's is listening to me. Oh my goodness. Alright. So I've updated people on what's happening with my channel a bit, what's coming. I have a collab with Jensen that's going to be coming out on here very soon. So that should be interesting. I'm trying out some true story, so hopefully you guys will all enjoy that as well. Hello, Eden! It's good to see you! Oh, Andrew, I'm currently drinking a mixture of white tea and water at the moment. I really should have had a coffee instead. It's alright, Lady Nevermore. Feel free to step out, step in. We're all here to just have a good time and enjoy ourselves. Ooh, so the April tape says, I know almost nothing about Australian history. Anything neat that tickets out to you? Ooh, I'm just waiting for Fresman to say the Emu War. I am just waiting for it. Just let's see. Honestly, nothing off the top of my head. Something that happens in modern history a lot is we'll go to sleep and then we'll wake up with a new prime minister because the previous one's been ousted by his own party. That has happened so much in recent times. It's just unbelievable. Let's see. Lone Wolf says, true stories from Reddit are my favorite. Stories that are coming out with the ones with Jensen are stories from like Tales of My Friends sort of a thing. So I've had to censor some of the story to like hide, like to protect people's privacy and everything. And also because they asked me to. Let's see. It's okay, Alternative Night. Hopefully I'll see you again sometime soon. Thank you so much for dropping by. It means a lot. Oh no, Lone Wolf. If Weekly was here, he would tell you all about it. But basically, Australia's army lost a war to emus, and yeah. Some delicate ASMR typing. Welcome back, Hero. It's good to have you back here. I hope your recording session went well. Ah, Silver, why are you pushing this? Why are you encouraging? Ah, my goodness. So, basically, I'm pretty sure the emus were getting in the way of farming land or something like that. And they sent the army to take care of it. And it didn't work out so well. Okay? I don't know. But yeah. Good to hear, Hero. Good to hear. I'm hoping you're doing well as well. Let's see. Ooh. I just a couple messages. Oh wow. Okay. So, who wants to hear about it? Let's have a look. No, oh wait. Does anyone really want to know? Like, I could go into detail about marriage in ancient Rome, but I'll probably get way too into it. Plus, I can't remember the exact name. But Silver threads! How many other animals have Australians fought? Well, every day we have to wrestle at least 3 spiders before we leave our house, so it's fine. It's fine. But yes, the emu war is something that just will always be brought up. It will always be brought up at least once. Most of them. Pardon me. Sorry, I just needed some more water. It's funny, I never have to deal with a dry throat or anything until I start talking on a live stream. Or when I go to record. It's like the main times that like my throat goes, you know what? No, you're going to have a rough time. But that's always how it goes. Alright, so what? Sorry everyone. Just had to double check something. So I'm quite fond of spiders. I think spiders get a very bad rep, I think, because they are very spooky and creepy, but do you know any spooky facts about emus? No, I don't know really any spooks about emus. Kangaroos and emus are both animals that that are on our coat of arms, that are on the Australian coat of arms, and we can both eat them. Like we can legally eat both animals. So the April tapes says collabing with Lady is hard because she always sends messages like, "Sorry, couldn't record today. Had to fend off 13 lids." Goodness, I'm sorry. Says, "Sorry, couldn't record today. Had to fend off 13 lizards with butter knives." Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Are you talking about cassowaries or are you talking about emus kicking like a mule, lone wolf? Because that's interesting. You're Fresman. She keeps sending me VB discount codes. Oh. Okay. I don't even drink VB. That's the worst part of it. My goodness. My goodness. What the hell? Yes. So koalas are quite vicious, and I don't think people quite realize how vicious they are as well. It's like, let's see. Silver Thread says, yeah, when she sent me audio, she left in the wrestling match between her and a kangaroo, but I didn't have the heart to tell her. Oh my god. So a little story. I sent one of my friends, Dark and Grim. You might know him as Lost Case as well. I forgot to edit out a piece of audio. It was me swearing at my line because I got it wrong. I was like, oh no. Oh no. That is true, Lone Wolf. Ostriches, emus, and cassowaries can't fly, but they can kick extremely hard. Like, I would be most scared of a cassowary because they are psycho. Absolutely psycho. Yes, that is true, Elizabeth. The plants are out to get you because the gimpy tree, that's true. People, there's no, I don't think there's any antidote, and you just want to die. There's nothing. Hey, bogs, people don't eat koalas. We don't eat most lizards. We don't eat spiders. Yeah, we don't eat platypus either. We don't, yeah. That's true, Eden. Koalas also carry STIs, so yeah. Lady Nevermore. Australia gets a bad reputation. I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as what people think. It's absolutely not. Let's see. Oh, that sounds like it would make a good story, Able Tape. So, Able Tape says, when I was little, my sister told me plants sucked up water out of the soil. So I thought they could suck my blood out of my skin, and it terrified me. Hello, Jackson. It's good to see you. Yes, we are having a lovely history stream. So we've talked about all sorts of things today. So we talked about medieval torture. We talked about marriage in regards to ancient Egyptian women. We talked about funerals in different cultures. So it's been pretty interesting. Arakvi, I would say drowning for me personally. I don't know what everyone else thinks, but that's it for me. Lone Wolf, I would never eat a platypus. Nope. Silver threads. Lady's just desensitized to the animal war zone she endures daily. Wow. Wow. Bogs, I don't want to know. Honestly, I really don't want to know. Andrew, it really varies. You know, there are the beaches, there's the bushland, there's the cities. It's got quite a lot of variety of I'm sorry guys. It's got quite a variety of different things. So yes, they have a poisonous ankle barb. The male ones do anyway. So yeah. Hello, welcome back, Mags. It's good to see you. Yes, I'd never eat a platypus. What a comment for you to walk in on. Yeah, ooh, that's a good one too, April takes. Being buried alive is the worst way to die. Ooh. Yeah. My. Burning in my mind is the worst way to go. Yes, that's true. I mean, with burning, you would either die from the burns themselves or through you'd you'd asphyxiate. Sorry, everyone. And that's how you would go. So either way, that's really not a nice way to die. But again, different cultures had different ways to respectfully die. So in Mongolian culture, the idea of using a sword to kill someone was really disrespectful. So what they'd do is they'd break their spine slowly instead, and that was the way to show respect to your enemy. So it was like, oh, okay. No, we don't need any crossing with Tasmanian devils or anything. Nope. I wouldn't really, I don't know. I do want to go up and visit space, but I don't know if I'd actually want to colonize it. Like, doesn't, I mean, it would be different, say, to go to a different planet that's like Earth, but like something so different like the moon or Mars. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Hello, Boston actress. It's good to see you again. It's good to see you. Yep. The Mongolian Empire was quite impressive. Also, this is now my time to shamelessly plug The Who. They are a Mongolian metal band, and I think if you haven't checked them out, you should do so. Lady Nevermore? Nope. No thank you. I really don't want to simulate being buried alive. That just sounds horrible. I was just in a chat about a case and I was scolded. What? Oh. I mean, that's a good point, Lone Wolf. I'm pretty sure if humans went to another planet, we'd... Yeah. It wouldn't go so well. But hopefully, if that ever did happen, humankind would appreciate would appreciate what we had with Earth. It wouldn't trash it too badly. But I'm not putting my money on that. April tapes. Australia is pretty much just Mars. You'd be fine. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes, I absolutely love The Who. They are such an incredibly awesome band. I love listening to their songs because they always fire me back up when I'm not feeling good, or happy about things. You know, it's great. They're great to listen to. All right. Okay, so let's have a. Wait, what's that? Wait. Yeah, I don't know. Why would you? I know there are devices that simulate what it's like to actually give birth. So that pain. So I don't know. Rugby, the rise and fall of the kangaroo empire. Dun, dun. So in a lot of Aboriginal folklore, they have dealings with the greater marsupial. So basically giant, a lot of Australian fauna is very small now, but originally it was quite large, and they had techniques of how they would teach their children to avoid certain things, and it still comes up in some of their folklore today. So it's really interesting that, you know. Let's see. April Tape says, if I wanted to have a panic attack, I think I would just stay home. Yeah, me too. Like, it's just, yeah. Oh, Mags, we've already covered the Great Emu War. It's a topic that gets brought up during every single live stream that I have. Every single time. If a kangaroo and an emu got into a fight, who would win? I think it would depend. I mean, it depends on what type of kangaroo, because there are massive ones as well. So, but kangaroos are known to be in groups, and sometimes they'll beat people up. So, yes, I've heard of the bunyip. There is belief that the bunyip was originally a just a dangerous animal that lived around the water, and you need to be careful and all that sort of stuff. Mags. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them can have absolutely massive forearms and everything too, like that. So yeah, there's that as well. Some gentle ASMR typing for you all to listen to. And by gentle, I mean... So you're all betting on the Roo winning. So, Lone Wolf says, I feel like the kangaroo would win. I'm just imagining a kangaroo kicking an emu like a rubber chicken. I don't know, they're not really animals that I would consider, you know, that would go into battle together, you know. And it doesn't really seem to be the case. Yeah, emus are pretty tough. That is true. They are pretty tough animals. Now, you know what, guys? Now I'm going to be stuck thinking about this. I'm going to be like, okay, is this a thing? Is this isn't a thing? What is going on? Look at what you guys have done. Shame. Shame. I'm just being a bit cheeky, you know. Let's see. Oh no. The mag says, the kangaroos and emus would fight together against us. Dun dun dun. Let's see. Lone Wolf says, what's your favorite animal? I quite like several animals. I love cats, I love lions, which are just big cats, I suppose, and horses. So those are all my favorite animals. So. Yes, Mags, we are doomed. We are all doomed. Jackson? No, I didn't end up looking that up. I keep meaning to. Lately my memory has been absolutely terrible. So, yeah, unless I get like a little poke now and then to remind me to do things, it's probably not going to happen. My memory's just terrible. Let's look at what. Oh, yes. Moonwolf says, I love elephants because of how emotional they are. The way they react to their dead is amazing. I saw a documentary on elephants and they would carry bits of their loved one around and they would remember where um their loved one died and they would go into mourning about it, and that was just so, it was so amazing to watch, you know, like it's just, and their facial expressions changes as well. And oh, and another fact about them, they really think humans are cute the same way that humans think like puppies are cute. So it's like, ooh. So yes, another whole series of random little facts. So next week I'm possibly gonna have Lucid Lupus on. He's gonna join me and we're gonna hang out, but really I've got no idea what's gonna happen next week. So it's gonna be decide in the days leading up to it. But I hope you all will enjoy it when it happens, and I need to put some more videos out for you guys because I've gotten a bit, I've fallen off the bandwagon, so to speak, and I'm really sorry about that. All right, April Tapes. Thank you so much for coming. I keep telling you to use soundproofing, but god damn, you never listen to me, April Tapes. Never. But anyway, have a good one. Thanks for coming. I don't know what that is, Boggs, but Australia has some pretty strict quarantine laws to keep yeah, to keep things out of the country. So yeah, yeah. Thank you, Lady Nevermore. I really appreciate that. Um, I'm extremely grateful to you all for well, you're one of my Patreon supporters as well, but the fact you all come and listen to me talk and hang out with me and include me and, you know, listen to my content and things, it really does mean a lot to me. It's been so beneficial and rewarding. But I'm not sure, there's still quite a lot of people here, so is there anything that people would like to talk about? Because otherwise it may be an idea to think about wrapping up sometime soon. It's all up to you guys. The chat holds power. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, Andrew, thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you again sometime soon. A lone wolf? Bugs vary in Australia. I'm more worried about the type of bugs they are than the actual size of the bugs. Hopefully that does not get here, bugs. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. So Jackson says the... I don't know how that's pronounced. Is a skinless horse with a single eye and a skinless human torso attached to the back with elongated arms and a head that's moved from the side to side. Sorry, that's moved from side to side, looking like it's going to fall off. Oh, that is scary. That's just ooh. Oh. So my theory about things like that is, after a battle, a horse has gotten loose, and the person on top of them has died, and the body has started to decay. So that's where, like, and then when things decay, things start to fall off. I think that's where it comes from. That's my theory. I don't know how valid it is, but it's my theory. Damn it. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. A Celtic centaur cryptid. I think there's another type. There's other types in the UK as well. I can't remember the name. Dualon? Something? I'm not too sure. Lone wolf. Yes. It sounds like a centaur fell into a meat grinder. Okay. I think I'm going to wrap up soon. I have some things I didn't realize I still need to do today, but any final comments or questions that people would like to ask before I wrap up the stream? I would love to have a bit of a rest. I think I'm hungry. Go to the Monstrum for more information on the beast. I think I will, Jackson. I think it's always good to yeah. I'm excited. I've got so many more things to research. I've enjoyed this too, Lone Wolf. I really appreciate you you coming and enjoying this. Bogs, I always check my shoes. Yeah, spiders are definitely something you need to keep an eye out for in Australia. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Love you all too. Yes, want to voice one of the characters in the story that I wrote? Yes, Mags, I would love to. Please contact me on Twitter or through Discord or basically wherever really. Or my email. Okay, Mags. Just let me know which character you want me to play, and I will read it and see how it goes. Alright, everyone. I think it's time for us to all get ready to have to finish our day or our nights, depending on wherever you are. Again, I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming by. There will be another history stream. I'm going to be a bit more organized next time instead of quite so random and chaotic. So I think I might actually set a topic so that way we can all research. And to contact me, Twitter is the best place. Contact me. It's where I post a lot of my updates. If I'm having random streams, I post them. So please follow me on Twitter. I'm just posting my links while I'm here. If you enjoy my content, please consider supporting me on Patreon as well. But Patreon, and I also have merch, and there's new merch coming. I will also be having that competition, so I'm hoping you all enjoy that as well. And here we go. Sorry about the clickety clack of the type of the keyboard, but sure you'll be fine, everyone. And my merch. Alright, so I think now that's all out of the way. Again, thank you everyone for dropping by. I greatly appreciate it. Feel free to reach out to me on my social medias. And yeah, I will be hosting another live stream next week, and hopefully I'll be putting out more content in general. So let's see. Oh, I'll post my Insta as well in case you want to follow me on the Instagram. Let's have a look. Instagram. It was great to hang with you too, Lone Wolf. Thank you so much for coming. Insta. There we go. Alrighties. Take care, my little spooklings. And remember, I'll be watching you.